Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Texas Veteran Power Outdoors. So what I have here is the Kubota push mower, and this came out in last year, I believe, in 2017. And they have made a couple of push mowers over the years. The last one they made was a few years back, and then they stopped making them, and then now they brought this back. Not really sure why they did that. Don't know if it's because they wanted to make some changes and they didn't want to continue to produce that mower until those changes were made. I'm not really sure. I think that would be probably the smart thing to do. I've had this mower for a few weeks now, maybe a month now, I guess, and I purchased it from my dealer up in Houston on the East Freeway from Lansdowne Moody. They have 6 locations here in the Houston area, between Houston, Conroe, in that kind of area. So they have a bunch of dealerships. Purchased it from my same salesman I've had for the last couple of years. This is the 4th mower I purchased from him in the last 2 years. The 2nd mower I purchased from him in this year alone. So pretty excited about that. So it's Kubota. I don't remember the model name, but I'll be sure to put that in the description. We're just going to go over a couple of things here. It has a really nice oversized bag for when you want to bag the grass. I think it does excellent on that. I've had a few other push mowers, and they have a hard time filling that bag up, or they have a hard time carrying that bag with the weight or whatnot. So they end up making a smaller bag. Well, this one is a pretty good size. I don't know what the cubic feet is, but it's a lot. And the engine here is the Kawasaki FJ180V. It is the 5.5 horsepower, which is plenty for this guy. It does have a nice size air filter. As you can see here, pretty good size, easy on and off. That's just a little Velcro for a timer that I keep on there to monitor how long it takes to do properties, especially when I'm doing a property for the first time. I time it because I want to see how long it takes. So I have that on all of my equipment, my zero turn, my stand on, my trimmers, my blowers, everything. And I just move the timer around. It does have, each wheel is adjustable to 7 different settings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 7. It does have an oil filter here, Kawasaki oil filter, so that's cool. It has a good sized fuel tank, just stands up right here, so it stays cool. A lot of the mowers that you've seen are right next to it, or right underneath this housing here, real close to the engine. So this sets back, so I really like that. The oil dipstick is right here, so it's out of the way. You could, take it off, check the oil, put it back in with no other things in the way. Like some mowers, sometimes it's hard to get stuff out to check. It does have, I don't know what type of metal it is. Maybe I can get you guys a little closer. But these right here are metal for sure. I'm not sure what kind of metal. But inside, they do have bearings on all 4 wheels. So that's really good that they're going to have that right in there. They're sealed bearings, so you don't have to worry about greasing them up. So I really like that. Not sure what this is for. I don't know if that's just for look, or if you can add headlights on there. I don't really know. Or you might be able to add an additional weight on there. Don't know why you would. This thing is real heavy duty. It's pretty thick metal. So it's pretty heavy. We'll take a look under that here in a minute. Let's see here. What else? It's easy to start, that's for sure. In fact, let's go ahead and look at the controls here. Well, actually, just real quick, you have 3 adjustments here. 1, 2, 3. This is in the middle, so that changes the angle of this right here. So now, sitting behind as if you're looking at the machine getting ready to start it. Alright, so this right here is your throttle, so when you're ready to start it, all the way forward, Once it starts, you pull it back. You'll feel that little drop off, and then you know, the next stop is turtle speed, and then off all the way back. There's no adjustable throttle. It's just, you know, fast, turtle, off, and that's it. You know, it does have 3 speeds. All the way 1 is speed 1, 2. Let's see here. You could feel it shifting in there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you can feel that in there. But so that's real good. 1 is a slow pace. It's like almost a crawl. 2, I think, is probably closer to your average just walking pace. And then 3, all I gotta say is you better wear your Nikes because you're gonna be running. Okay, so the way you engage the blades on this is pretty cool. Once you start it, which we'll do that here in a minute, this lever right here does the self-propels. Now it is rear-wheel drive, so once you do that, you go. To start the blades, you push this down, and then you push this all the way forward. It's going to be a little bit of force. You're going to hear that snap, and then it's engaging. Okay, once you let go, then it disconnects here. Now that loud noise is normal. The engine will stay running, but the blade will disengage that fast, which I really like. It doesn't take it a couple seconds to slow down. It just stops immediately. So if you're mowing and you want to get something out of the way, or you need to hurry up and shut it off, you could do that. Disengage the blade and turn the mower off if you want. Or if you need to get something out of the way, you can disengage the blade and then walk around, move what you want, and then go on. Let's see here, what else? You do have 3 options in this mower. You have the bagging option, you have the rear discharge. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. Okay, rear discharge. And then there's a block that goes in here for mulching. And then the block that goes in here for mulching goes like that. And so that'll keep everything in there and it'll mulch up. I don't think I've really done it mulching. Maybe once. Normally I bag it because I like the way that looks. Let's go ahead and look at the underside real quick. Alright, so here's all your underneath side. Got your blade held on by a couple of bolts there. And your springs to engage and disengage the blade. It's a pretty thick housing. Solid metal. These rubber sides right here, they're actually metal sides, I'm sorry. That allows you to rub up against stuff, as you can see here, we've already done, without damaging your mower. And these right here are replaceable. Right here, that's being careless. Rub up against my other machine on the trailer instead of giving them enough room. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and show you the starting steps. Pretty easy to start. We were just using it, so we won't need to choke it. It's literally no effort. Ready to engage the blade, hammer down, ready to engage the controller. Engine still running. Full throttle. Off. So we're gonna set the camera up over here, and we're gonna show you guys all 3 speeds and just what it looks like when you're mowing. I'm gonna show you speed 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, especially that little demonstration. Like I said, on speed 3 you really need your Nikes because you'll be moving quick. It's a good machine. You know, we've had it for a month. We used it maybe a handful of times so far. We don't really encourage push mowing on our schedule. Our properties, we really don't want to push mow, but there are a couple of times where we have to have one. And we have purchased some other push mowers before, and they just didn't seem like, you know, they were really doing that well. We never purchased a Honda. I know those are pretty good, but we never went there. We never purchased the double blade Toro Time Master, Time Cutter, whatever it is. We never went that route because we're not a big fan of Toro. But this Kubota is fantastic. I don't remember the model number. I'll leave that in the description. But the 5.5 horsepower is perfect. The 3 speeds is good. The bearings and the wheels, I think it's a fantastic idea. Plus, these are actual rubber, and when these wear out, they're held on by a couple of screws on the inside. You can order new ones, put new ones on, and don't have to order the whole new wheel. I think that's great. With it being heavy, I think the strategy behind that, now I don't know, I'm just guessing here, but I think the strategy behind that is for 2 things. One, when you're bagging grass and the grass is wet, it can get real heavy. And so having that weight up here keeps that mower from wanting to tilt back. And then having that weight in the front gets it closer to that ground and gives you that better cut over those different contour terrain on some of the properties that you guys might be mowing on. We have put it up against some thick, tall grass, but keep in mind, it's not designed for that. That's why we have big mowers. The tallest grass we've cut is about this tall, about a foot. We bagged it, and we started at the number 4, and then went down to number 3 inch, and then it was fine after that. It did great. Oh, here's the model, WGC6-21. It was on there the whole time. You know, I think it's fantastic. Now, this mower, that may be a little different in some dealerships, but at our dealership at Lansdowne Moody, up in the Houston area, we purchased it for $1,300 plus tax. We put a few $100s down, and we financed the rest because we wanted that insurance on it. So when you finance something through Kubota Credit, your product is on insurance already, or it gets put on theft insurance. You pay for that. I think it's $250 or something like that. You pay for that. There's about a $250 deductible. What happens, you file a police report, and then they bring you a brand new machine. That's if it gets stolen. What else? It's fantastic. It does great. I can't brag about it enough. We've only used it a handful of times, but it's something that we know it's going to last for many, many years. So we're excited about that. So we did order an hour meter, because it doesn't come with one, to keep track of your maintenance schedule. Now, the owner's manual has the maintenance schedule inside, has registration card inside. It's got all that cool stuff in there, so definitely check that out if you get one of these. But we ordered an hour meter, and it also does RPMs. So we're going to mount it on here, and so we keep track of when we need to do our maintenance on it. We did get, when we purchased it, we bought another air filter, oil filter, and oil and spark plug, I believe. So when we need to do our first change, we already have that. So that'll be good. We haven't sharpened the blades yet on this guy. We don't really need to yet. We're just going to wait a while and see how it goes. But other than that, we have no complaints. We do have a video of us using this on a front yard for a corner property. That was pretty good size, so we did that with this. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below, and I'll leave a link to the dealer where we purchased this at. We bought 4 mowers from that same dealer location, 3 from that dealer location. Oh wait, 4 or 3? 3 from them. No, 4 from them, and then 1 from another Kubota dealer that was out of town, but it's not one of their other store locations. So I have a link description in there about this one, and then a link to Kubota's website about this, so you can read all the other tech data for all you nerds out there. So that'll be great. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Definitely subscribe, like this video. I like it. You should like it too. Other than that, I'm Kevin with Texas Veteran Power Outdoors. We'll see you guys next time.